Ahoy, Let's Watchers, it's me, your valiant Captain Vasco. But you have to be very quiet, because I've got some spy business to do. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I figured I got spy gear on my ninja, I gotta be really stealthy and quiet, but that doesn't really suit my style. You know, I'm pretty loud. But, yeah. In the last episode, as you may recall, we met like 1 billion spiders in the unusually named Crawling Catacombs, because I really would have just called it, like, Arachnotopia or something. Ooh, maybe I'll call that episode Arachnotopia. That sounds really cool. In any event, we also met this fellow T-Bone, who has a lead on a skeleton key that'll help us get the undead source. But seriously, how does an undead source help power something called the Core of Light? Like, I don't know, it's weird to me. Let's talk.
Well, seeing as how you did help me recover the rest of my body, I suppose I could help you out.
I mean, you weren't much use in the last level, so hopefully you'll do better this time.
Check, let's go. Tell you the truth, I've been dying to get back to that crypt. Well, not exactly dying, but you get the picture.
I think you were dying to do something a while ago, but yeah, it's probably not the appropriate choice of words anymore. The creeping walk was very effective for that shot, I think. Ah, good, another spinal staircase. Get it? Not spiral, but spinal. I think it's a pun, I don't know.
Alrighty, the skeleton key is down here in this crypt somewhere. And don't you worry, I won't run out on you this time.
Oh, well, that's refreshing.
Just be sure you don't run too far ahead, or else we might get separated. Well, guess I'll just wait out here then.
If he had just walked forward instead of stopping to say that, we would have been fine. Ah, Rhu-Baby. It's actually a pretty scary looking dude. And of course, his pincers hurt more than pride. Yeah, you better watch out for those guys, but they're more threatening later on, and you'll see why. They're actually an enemy I really dislike because of, well, you'll see. You'll see! And it'll be bad. Alright, I'm gonna blow this up with a cannon. So we get 2 collectibles right off the bat in this level. Oh, and like 1 billion spiders. Welcome back to the undead levels, where spiders are king. Even though they have, like, a spider queen, the Gargantula. Actually, I'm not sure. Gargantula could be a dude. I just sort of assume it's a queen, because, like, so many times in, like, fantasy stories or whatever, when there's, like, a big bug in charge of spiders, it's like a spider queen. Is that just because of, like, Ariadne in, like, Greek mythology? I'm getting way too philosophical for this kid's show. Alright, so here's a soul gem. It's for an undead Skylander I don't have. Hex, who's some kind of witch. Yeah, she's got like a shield made of skulls and like skull projectiles. Don't worry, we don't need to check her out now because we'll get a look at it later on. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is when I imply something that's going to happen later on, but don't strictly tell you what's going on. Do I have to fire up first? I think I'm gonna fire up and then turn it left, because I have to fire the cannon in basically every direction except the one I came from. Oh man, I really dislike these guys. Rotting Robbies. Now, the weird thing is, I swear the first time I was playing through this game, I did not have trouble, like, killing them directly. And I didn't actually have any fire Skylanders.
Fire to defeat the zombies. Or perhaps you can find another source of fire.
Bone and arrow. That's like a quasi-pun. I like that one. Shut up, crime. Yeah, there's a lot of these skeleton archers. I think particularly in this level, but also the next one. Yeah, I'm trying to make a full run of these undead levels all at once. The last several times I've had a chance to record, I've kind of done them piecemeal. But, I don't know. I feel prepared to do this, and so I'm going to take them on, hopefully with minimal screw-ups, unlike some of the past ones. Getting the undead source might prove a little tricky. That final area, I mean. I don't want to spoil it, but, yeah, I don't think that really spoils anything. Other than my appetite. Yetiche. Alright, now that I've cleared out every unliving thing in this room, I'm gonna head back and blow up that last wall. Because I'm not done in the first room yet, because that's just how this area operates for some unknown reason. Kaboom! Yeah, there's more spiders in here, which is a secret to nobody. And, of course, like, a million spider spawners. I'm gonna try not to pick up that story scroll until I have to, because I feel like I have proven that you can take damage in cutscenes. Oh no, the story scroll seems to actually pause them.
The philosopher King Mortalanus, first lord of the Undead, said, "While the living fear the undead, the opposite is not true. The undead are reasonable. They simply wish the living to stop, well, living. Where is the confusion? We will all be on the same team, eventually."
I mean, that makes a certain amount of sense, I guess. Still seems kind of creepy to me, for them to wish death upon us. Woo, level up! And a bunch of treasure. Well, a small bunch of treasure. A sponge of treasure. Yeah, that room seems to be clear. Actually, I want to try something real quick. I don't think this will work, but I'm going to try it, because I'm not sure why it doesn't work, come to think of it. Fire that cannon again, and I don't know why that doesn't work. Because basically, the whole point of this level is to be able to shoot a cannon at this wooden plank. It seems simple enough, right? But, like, it takes the whole level to do it. And the reason it seems weird to me is there's a cannon that can aim directly at it at the start of the level. But I guess the cannonball just doesn't reach that far. I don't know. I'm not a cannon expert. Although, I probably know a little bit more about cannons than most people. I worked on a TV show that had a lot of cannons on it. I got to see someone fire, like, a real cannon during, like, a science experiment on Deadliest Warrior. Like, in person. Cannons are scary, man! They're super scary! Like, just the shockwave on that, like, the sound it makes. They're terrifying. Don't mess around with cannons, kids. I don't like the way that's arranged, so you have to, like, pick up that meat. I always like to leave food lying around if I can, because you never know when I'm just gonna randomly take damage like an idiot. So I like to leave it around in case I get hit, and I can, like, backtrack a little bit and heal up. Okay, so, like, that thing I mentioned before, about those, like, Rhu-Babies getting really mean? Well, I wasn't specific about it, but the undead spellpunks, they make those little guys huge. And they're not just big, they're horrifying. They deal an absolute metric ton of damage. So, like, if you can, get rid of these guys as soon as you can. Didn't mean to go into this area and get locked in right away. I don't think that causes me any immediate trouble, but it's not what I meant to do. I think I come back here later on anyway, so it's fine. This is another one of those levels that sort of loops back on itself, kind of like Troll Warehouse did, if you remember. You went through like half the level, then you like opened some doors and went back through most of that same part of that level. Yeah, there's a lot of these jerks around. It's really... Oh look, a soul gem! I want it! Don't kill me while I'm getting the soul gem. It's for Trigger Happy! He's the last of the 3 initial Skylanders you get if you get the regular... Well, anything but the 3DS version of this game. They all come with Spyro, Trigger Happy, and Gilgrunt. Gilgrunt being Jabu Jabu, for those of you just joining in. And, yeah, I only decided not to play with him on this run because he's just so, like, honestly, I think he's, like, the most stupidly overpowered Skylander. You just, like, spam the A button and everything dies. You don't even have to aim, which seems weird for a Skylander toting guns. But, yeah, let's not show him off and instead try not to die when I press A. Ah, don't kill me! See, look how much damage he just did, and I was, like, not even in the direct path of his attack. Okay, tagging out Skylanders now. Like I said, these guys are mean and relentless. Watch your back when it comes to these, like... I think they just call them Rhu-Barb. Oh my god, that wasn't even fair. Like, I wasn't even spawned yet. Oh, this is so lame. Okay, now that I have a second to breathe... Oh, that's good. He had, like, a hit left on him. And he still managed to, like, ruin my whole day. Don't make more of the horrible monsters. Come on. Okay, Arrow guy, you gotta cool your jets. I gotta be honest, I do a little bit of panicking around these, like, Rhu-Barb monsters. They're just so freaking strong. And, like, their attack pattern is just, like, huge. Even if you're, like, not directly in the way of it, sometimes, like, with Stealth Elf just there, like, you just take, like, a ton of damage. Like, even if you're dodging. Like, it bugs me. No more of this! You need a hobby. You need a hobby that's less murderous. Murder is not a good hobby. It's not even a good crime. Larceny's a way better crime. You get a lot of gold from it. And speaking of gold... There we go. That'll help someone someday. By someone, I clearly just mean Guile. Because I don't know how her getting money helps anyone else. I think I got all the stuff up here. I got the chest, I got the soul gem. I think I'm good. I'm not gonna worry about it. Like I said, I'll be backtracking anyway, so I can check then if I really want to. Some treasure. How does this one work? I think this is the one where enemies start spawning when I start trying to do this. Hey look! Enemies! Luckily I had that cannon there to blow up those guys. Guile could use this, but I think I'm gonna give it off to Stealth Elf, just cause if I want to use her again this level, she's gonna need some health. Can't even actually read how much health she has so little, because the number's displayed in black on black. But since she's still kind of weak, keep going for a little while. With Guile. That kind of rhymed, sort of. Depends on if you're a purist when it comes to calling something a rhyme. I kind of am, to be honest. So yeah, you push the cannon down here and rotate it on one of these turntables. I feel like we've seen the turntables before, but I can't actually think of what level. I mean, like, it's like the turntables and all those, like, gem puzzles, so if nothing else, it's similar to that. But in this level, you can use them to help turn cannons to face the thing you want to shoot at.
Tech Skylander to unlock this gate.
You're right, I do need a tech Skylander. Bomberman, help me out. I don't know why my portal has been lagging lately. I feel like when I put new characters on, like, it used to be a lot quicker in, like, showing up. Did anyone else just see that weird little jig he was doing while waiting for the bridge to spawn? That was adorable. I love Boomer. Alright, so this is a really weird elemental gate. I've heard people call it more of a heroic challenge than an elemental gate, and I'm inclined to agree with them. Because usually, like, time limits and collecting stuff, that's the sort of thing that happens in, well, in hero challenges, and not so much in elemental gates. Elemental gates are usually more like, solve this puzzle or two, and then, like, collect a hat. This one, like, you go through this maze trying to collect these skulls, and then, like, if you do it right, then you get a reward at the end. Spear trap, don't kill me. Yeah, Bomberman's actually a really bad choice for this, because he's really slow. So that alone just might cost me the first attempt. Luckily, you have basically an infinite number of tries to do this. There's no real pressure, despite the time limit. Which way do I go? Is it left or down? Hopefully it was left. Well, left helps. Is that an opening? Okay, it is. Here's a skull. Crap, I need another one in 4 seconds. Can I do it? I don't think I can do it.
Heroic challenge failure.
That's the other thing, and I kind of wanted to fail to show that off, is that if you fail it, it kicks you out and says, heroic challenge failure. I feel like clearly this was originally designed to be a heroic challenge, and we're using a faster Skylander, by the way. I'm gonna try Stealth Elf, Cheek, because, well, there's a lot of food lying around here, plus a lot of the enemies have been dealt with now, so she's not in huge danger, and she might be able to heal up so she can help us later on. Plus her dodge roll just makes her really fast, which is why I was, like, really excited about getting that upgrade early on. You may recall me repeatedly going like, man, there's an upgrade I really need for Stealth Elf. And judging by the way I move around with her, you can see what it is. Because, like, under normal circumstances, Like when I'm just playing by myself, this is basically what I do with sheep. Just like boingy, 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 spam the rolling button. You can push these candles around. This place isn't, like, it's dim, but it's not as dark as, like, those dark areas in the last level. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would not be ashamed to have to spend 2 tries doing this. The thing is, the first time through this level, or through this section rather, there's like enemies slowing you down because you have to, like, you don't have to kill them, but you're better off killing them, really. Let's see. Crown of Light. Yeah, I'll give this to her. She sort of earned it. Plus, it looks cool on her. Bye-bye, spy gear. Alright, we've hit a dead end, but have we really? I suppose here it would be more appropriate to call it an undead end, but even then, that's not really correct. I mean, I suppose undead end is slightly more correct because it's not a dead end. I don't know what I'm talking about. If you can figure it out, decode it for anyone who's confused in the comments.
Undead element are stronger in this zone.
There's more stuff here. I forget what it is. Is it just spiders? Yeah, I thought there were archers here too. I think there's like 2 waves of things that spawn out of these like wall coffins. I think first it's just like a bunch of spiders and then you kill them real quick and then you come over here and deal with these archers. And I think when you kill these guys, this door opens for you. But I'm not 100% sure of that. Oh, hey, I'm stuck. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And we're done. Cool. Let's see. Should I tag out to a new, no, we can spend a little time here. Alright. Handled that. So now we've got a really simple puzzle. We've got, like, a line of track, and it leads us all the way to this door that we need to blow up to progress. But in order to do so, we'll have to get past these turntables, which are not facing away, that will let us pass. See, if you try pushing it, it just doesn't do anything. So what you gotta do is fire the cannon at these walls along the path, and they'll open up these little chambers that have levers in them that will help you change the direction of the turntables so that you can pass through them. Come on, just be dead. Just be dead. Don't be undead either, that's cheating. Oh yeah, that reminds me, there's something I wanted to touch on, is that, like, I find it really weird, when you first meet T-Bone, he makes lots of, like, puns about being dead, which is actually kind of funny to me, because it reminds me of a character from one of my favorite shows, One Piece. But that's neither here nor there. So basically he's like, oh, like, it's weird that there's, like, a skull mask in, like, the undead world, because we all have skulls for faces. But, like, if you look at the undead Skylanders, there's only, like, one of them. Actually, 2 of them. 2 of them have skull faces, but neither Hex nor Cinder does. Did I already flip this? I did not. It's like, I don't know. There's just, like, it just strikes me as odd. There's like a couple of things he says that are like, oh yeah, like all undead creatures do this, and it's like, well, but like, it doesn't really apply to the undead Skylanders. What's up with that? Yeah, we just opened up a lot of pathways by blowing up a door. No, I don't really understand the logic behind that either, but, you know what? I'm gonna just call it a win, and move on with my life. Collect this treasure, collect this one as being a jerk. Let's actually switch to a new Skylander, because Sheik's got a lot of gold, and I'm trying to spread it out a little bit. Who do I want? I will go with Bomberman for a little while. Blow this up so we can pick up that treasure and then teleport a couple of feet away, because up here is some treasure. It's a golden die. I'm not sure that's balanced for, like, casino efficiency. The Golden Randomizer. That's a reasonable name for that. It's worth 800 gold, so I'll sure as heck take it. Yeah, Fire Skylanders are really good here. I'm trying to save my Fire Skylander, who's pretty much max level on my team right now, for the last of these undead levels. I think, yeah, a bunch of things are about to attack me, right? Aren't there? Yeah, I don't know why that took so long. Oh, cripes, I forgot there was this guy. You're a jerk. Okay, cool. Me leveling up killed the thing that was gonna kill me. I'll take it as a win. So yeah, another thing to note, I forget if I actually mentioned it. Wow, those are a lot of arrows. How did they do that much damage that fast? But yeah, when you're using the delayed fuse on these troll dynamites, if it hits something, it will still explode. So like, even if you're holding the button down, it will explode on contact, which is probably for the best, because if it hits something that it can't explode, you probably want it to explode that. There's a lot more archers here than I remember. I really wanted to sneak up there and get that food, but like, those guys are relentless. Somehow they're just like firing arrows in a pattern that I can't get around. So let's switch to a Skylander who's a little quicker so I can clear him out and help heal Bomberman back up. How's it going, Jabu Jabu? How you liking your new upgrades? Let's find out. Probably not the best idea in the world to like keep the archers at like ranged attack distance, but hey, worked out for the best in this situation. So let's heal up Bomberman, but I think Jabu Jabu's gonna take the reins for a while. Yes, yes, the unpleasant noise of being almost dead. You know, I've never been almost dead. Not really. So I'm not sure if it actually makes that noise when you're almost dead. I sure hope it doesn't, because I feel like it makes the near-death experience that much less pleasant. I gotta be honest. Being almost dead doesn't sound like a lot of fun. So for the observant viewers out there, you might notice that we're actually back to the start of the level. It looks different because the camera's rotated now, but we are in fact right back where we started. That cannon I was just looking at is the one from like the first room of the level. Now here is like a whole army of these Rhu-Babies. Boy, does that terrify me, but as I recall, there aren't actually any undead spellpunks around here to make them a nuisance, or more of a nuisance, really. I mean, they're pretty much a nuisance. Alrighty, so we got a cannon over here. Ooh, some more meat. I'm gonna heal up Bomberman. I don't know why I'm so keen on keeping all my guys alive this time around, because I'm probably not gonna... It's not like there's a chaos fight at the end of this level that requires the use of multiple Skylanders or anything, but, I don't know. I guess I'm just feeling protective of my team today. I feel like I was saying something, but I don't remember what it was, so I'm not gonna say it anymore, because I don't know what it was. Right. Oh, there's cake over here. I suppose I could have taken that. Whatever. So, there's that wall to blow up. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. So, like, basically, in order to advance the level, you gotta blow up this wall on the right. But, in order to get, I believe it's a treasure chest, it's one of the collectibles. I'm not paying close attention to my notes, because I feel like these levels are not as confusing as most of them. And I have confidence in my own ability to remember the tricky stuff, because I played through it and remembered, wow, this is tricky. But there's also a wall down here that you have to blow up with the cannon, so you have to turn it facing down. Who do I want to have this? I know who I want to have this. Garchomp! Chomp, chomp, chomp! It's been a while since we've seen him, and he hasn't hit level 6 yet. He may, in fact, be the last member of my team to hit level 6. I was saving him for a very specific reason. Ooh, did I miss something? I may have missed something, to be honest. Well, we'll deal with that in a minute. If I can. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to cut in myself not forgetting to do that. I forget where that gate is. There's an earth gate in this level, and it's really mean. It's, yeah, really mean might be an understatement. And, if I get to show it off for you now, you'll see why. But yeah, so this cannon, edge it along the track. Why is it not moving? Move. Is there something in the way? Oh yeah, this wall's in the way, I guess. I thought it could move one further, because it's not, like, touching the wall, but sure, I will follow the game's logic if it insists. Right, so push this over to here, pull this lever, and it will face that wall. If we fire at that, then it releases the zombie horde. So, like, basically what I like to do here, rather than just drag out my Fire Skylander and have him kill everything, is, let's try and lure the zombies back here one at a time. So there's quite a few of them here, actually. Forget if there's more than these two, but, like, I think that altogether is at least 4, if not 5. Luckily, the cannon can hit more than one of them at once if they're, like, in range of the explosion. Alright, I think that should be good for now. I'm gonna see if I can backtrack to that thing that I forgot about. I even made a note that I would forget to do this, and I didn't follow my note. So remember that thing I was like, I have confidence in my ability to remember stuff. Well, clearly I am dumb. Oh, it's right here, isn't it? Right. You have to bust your way through this collapsible wall thing. It's right... Well, it's like right around the golden die. So if you find yourself there and you've missed this gate, like I did, then just remember to backtrack and look for a wall you can blow up. Because like I suspected, here's our Earth Gate. And boy, is this going to give me a headache right before the end of the level. But hey, it's probably better than having a headache at the start of the level, because that'd make the whole rest of the level frustrating, wouldn't it? Alright, so I have notes on this, because it's going to bug me if I don't follow them. So I gotta follow this path pretty much as far as I can. Of course, it's another dark section, which makes me happy. That's sarcasm, by the way. Sarcasm meaning I don't really think that. Oh, boy. Oh, that was lame. That was really cheesily timed. Yeah, so basically... This is a big, dark room full of those horrible guys I hate. I may even need to switch to a different Skylander for this. Like, this is bad. Don't attack me, bro. Okay, that helps. Right. So I think I'm on the right path here. Again, I'm panicking because of these dudes. I really just dislike these guys. I'm not sure why. Being shot at by that undead sky guy. By sky guy, I mean, oh god. What I actually mean was, oh my goodness gracious, there are so many of them. There are so many of them. Do you see this living nightmare? This is awful. Oh good, and the jerk who makes them bigger, he's still around. Please dive. Yeah, if you're using Garchomp, the belly flop is gonna be your friend here. Because it deals a bunch of damage, and you get to... Oh my... I am displeased. Again, I find the attack pattern on these guys to be completely jerk-faced. Like, they can just, like... If their arm is anywhere near you, you take roughly 2,000 damage or something. Not literally 2,000 damage, because Skylanders don't have that much health, but, like, they do you so much damage. It's unreasonable. Oh, please. Ah, just move. Let's screw that guy. I'm just gonna ignore him, because this is all I need to do. Look, there's a treasure chest and a hat. I really wanted Garchomp to have these things. I'm really mad about this. Like, I'm really upset. Who's gonna get them instead? Do you know who's gonna get them? Our good buddy, Spyro, the purple dragon. Actually, what is the hat? I'm gonna try and think of who would be a good candidate for this hat. Because I can't really think of one. But I know I want Spyro to have the treasure. I really like his moose antlers. I think I'm gonna let Bomberman take the hat. He hasn't had a new one in a while. Even though I really like the anvil hat on him. This might suit him. Let's find out. I believe this is called the Bonehead. Yes, it is. And, basically... It doesn't really show up that well when you're wearing it. Basically, it's like one of those novelty things. I don't know if you've ever seen them at, like, a costume store or something. Where it's basically like a headband with like half a bone sticking out at either end, so it looks as though there's a bone jutting out of your head. but it's not really.
Skylanders of the fire.
It's the sort of thing you might get around Halloween, so it's a good candidate for the Undead levels. I don't know what I'm doing here. I need a faster Skylander to backtrack to that bit at the end of the level. So Guile, take flight with your army of babies. Oh, that's not the direction I want. I want to go up, but that's not the way to do it. Okay, okay. I think, yeah, I gotta go through here, and then I think I hang the right. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Alright, cool. So now that we're back here at this bridge that we shot down with the cannon that we got by going through the whole level, whole dang level, it's time to bust up some Rhu-Babies and exploding spiders. And this jerk also. I do not care for your kind. I know it's disrespectful to say, but the undead spellpunks, I dislike them tremendously. I remembered that there's treasure here, so I had to stop and get it. Alright, what else? There's nothing else. I go back to this room, the door shuts again, and then there's new enemies to kill. Archer guys, you're kind of jerks. Oh, you're the real jerk, though. Oh my god. I dislike the giant Rhu-Barb monsters so much. They may actually be my least favorite enemy in the game. Like, there's plenty that I dislike. Those witches with the shields, for example. Leave me alone. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if they were, like, easy to dodge and, like, did a million damage. Because, like, there's enemies like that, and I don't mind them. Like, the Goliaths and the, like, whatever bully. Like, those guys I don't mind. Because, like, even if they, like, mess you up... Like, if those guys mess you up, it's your fault. But I feel like if the, like, Rhu-Barb monsters mess you up, it's just because they're stupidly powerful. Like, they can attack you from practically anywhere. It just makes me angry. Like, they're not fun to play against, because, like, they're just too mean. So, like, yeah, the skeleton key was just, like, sitting here in this dank room.
Wow! You found the skeleton key. This'll open the gates to the creepy citadel. Hey, but it also does this.
I'm not so sure I'd say that the key does that, as you do that 'cause you're weird.
Amazing, huh? Comes in pretty handy looking through keyholes. Oh, yeah. Save that for later.
That's actually surprisingly creepy, considering. But, yeah, I guess if we're going to the creepy citadel next, then being creepy is probably appropriate. Really mad about losing my Garchomp there. I mean, I could have switched Skylanders, I just wanted him to gain the experience. Like I said, I was, like, saving him for that area. I thought he could handle it with the belly flop, but, like, the attack pattern on those stupid things, like, they can just attack you from freaking anywhere. I don't understand how they thought that these enemies were not too powerful. The thing that really bugs me, though, is that, like, the Rhu-Babies can swarm in such numbers that if, like, an undead spellpunk shows up anywhere around them, then there's just, like I encountered in that maze, just, like, a huge army of monsters. And, like, if you encountered only one or two at a time, it's not that bad, even though they can chase you down at, like, way faster than they should be allowed to. It's just, I don't like those enemies at all. They're, like, they may actually be my least favorite enemy in the game. But with that rant out of the way, I do love to rant, don't I? Let's keep going.
Okay, top floor. Ladies' lingerie, housewares, land of the living.
Ah, good gracious! What's your head doing attached to that key?
Well, it is a skeleton key. Ba-da-da. Anyway, with that all out of the way, we can leave for the creepy citadel anytime you're ready. What do you think?
Yeah, no thanks. I appreciate the offer.
Guess I'll just stand here with my head attached to this key.
Yeah, sounds good. Alright, I do kind of want to do upgrades now, but like I said, I think I'm going to hold off, and you'll see why at the end of the next episode. I don't know if I'll actually have time to do upgrades at the end of the next episode, because I am anticipating the next one being rather long. It's needlessly complicated, is really how I would describe that level. But yeah, so we got all of our collectibles for that level. Lost only one Skylander, which is more than I like. And, yeah, I don't know. Could have gone a lot worse. Trust me, I've done a lot worse. Wow, guy's like way up to almost level 7. She's gonna need to take a seat on the bench for a little while. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing messing around here. Since I'm not upgrading and there's nothing new to do at the ruins, I'll meet you back here in the next episode to find out what happens at the creepy citadel. Thanks so much for watching, really appreciate it, and if you like what you see, I'd love it if you'd leave a comment, like the video, or subscribe. It shows me that you want to see more, and it helps other people find it so that they can enjoy it too. Cool. Alright, so with that out of the way, I'm just gonna scream at my children like an abusive parent. Rawr! Clean up your room. No more allowance. Eat your peas!